Hello, mystery fans. My name is Brian. This is Casper. And today we're going to be doing a review video for Murder at the PTA by Lee Hollis. So, a quick synopsis. Someone is trying to turn Portland High into a school of scandal. A gossip website called Dirty Laundry has been spilling secrets of parents, students, and teachers alike. And this time, the newest target is the newly elected PTA president, Sandra. Sandra teams up with Maya, a private investigator, to figure out who, yes, I know, who is behind this website. And their investigation soon leads into a murder at the PTA. Oh, yes, I did it.
He's corny.
Okay. So, a bit of a setup. So we follow, of course, this is the first book in the Sandra and Maya series. Sandra is a wife to a prominent member, U.S. To the U.S. My goodness, senator. He represents the state of Maine. His name's Stephen. And Sandra is a senator's wife through and through. Uh-oh. What are we doing on top of the bookcase, Casper? She knows how to play the part, and she does a good job of being both a mom and a senator's wife. She plays politics very well. Main reason why she got elected to the PTA. That's Parent Teachers Association for anybody that's not familiar with that term. But yeah, Sandra is great at being both a mom and a senator's wife. Maya is a former police officer. She actually steps down from the force because her husband kind of gets involved in a scandal. He's a police chief. And sir, you better not be chewing on those. Hold on a second. Okay, so we're back. Maya is was a former police officer, steps down from the force because her husband is involved in this scandal, and he is a former police chief. But she still retains a relationship with a couple people. One of them is a quite comical relationship with the guy who's kind of in charge of, IT things and tracking down IP addresses and doing things like that. Another woman that she's in contact with, who also stepped down from the police force, is Frances. Frances is Maya's regular partner in the PI firm. And what kind of is unfortunate for Sandra, or for Maya, is that Frances is pregnant, so she can't quite do what she normally does to help with this private investigating business. So Frances helps when she can, but for the most part, she kind of has to be sidelined because obviously she's pregnant and she needs to take care of that. So as a whole, both Sandra and Maya, as you read more, you'll see that they do share some history, both as they were older, or when they were younger in high school, and you find out a bit more about that relationship. But as the two do their best to work together, Sandra obviously is a senator's wife and is not a private investigator, and Maya is doing her best to kind of shield Sandra from, that life of being a private investigator and the dangers that it could and could not bring. Over time, though, they both kind of learn how to respect each other and involve each other in this investigation, because it does involve Sandra. The way Maya kind of gets looped into this is Maya's daughter requests that her mom try and figure out who's behind this this website that's ruining not just Sandra's life, but a lot of people's life in this school. So let's get into some things that I really liked about this book. Went to set up. Now I'm going to go into things that I kind of like. This was a well-paced story. It was a kind of a mix between cozy and private investigator, because we get both those perspectives. We get sometimes from Maya, sometimes from Sandra, and it did a great job of showing the growing friendship between these two women. Both leads are written perfectly. They both have distinct personalities. Rick Hollis Rick Cope is actually a pen name for Lee Hollis, and Rick is responsible for some, I think, like a couple screenplays of The Golden Girls, or a couple other TV shows. And lastly, we'll talk about Lee Hollis, Rick, doing a good job of blending, what it's like to be a parent and to have this full-time job, because being a senator's wife is a full-time job. Being a private investigator is a full-time job, but also being a parent is a full-time job. Isn't that right? So, I really liked that about this book. I want to highlight something. Yes. What? Okay. In the book, there are 3 older teenagers. Sandra has 2 older sons, and Maya, of course, has an older daughter. And one of Sandra's sons is revealed to be same-sex attracted, and one son is very much into sports and a football star, and the other son is a drama theater nerd. And what I bring this up as just kind of highlighting a thing that I found a little bit refreshing, in the sense of the son that was revealed to be same-sex attracted was the sports son, the one that's into football. So many times, if you read a book and they introduce a character that, he is into the arts, into the theater, things like that, and I, being a man who's straight, who is into the opera, into ballet and things like that, it was nice to be like, my goodness, thank you for not just defaulting to I guess a societal norm. I don't know how to say it, but anyways, I just bring that up, one, because some people might want to know about that. I'm not here to say which way, but it's just something that I prayed about, and I feel like I need to bring it up. So somebody was trying to help with a puzzle when they shouldn't have been. Right? Right. So, some things I didn't like were some societal issues that, again, don't really get addressed. They're there. I get that these things happen in society. But at least, call them out, or at least try to offer some type of moral situation that rectifies it. There's an affair that is not really addressed. Also, a almost relationship between 2 younger teens, older teens, happens. Of course, it's caught in the act. Nothing is too descriptive. I'll give it that. But I just wanted to, read a book and be like, hey, address the issues. If we can put a moral stance on them, it doesn't have to be Christian. It could be a secular moral stance. why we shouldn't have relations when we are not even out of our parents' house, or why it is wrong to break vows to your spouse. You could do that and still be secular in calling this societal norms out. But other than that, language, of course, not too bad. It wasn't horrible. But language, of course, is going to almost always be an issue in secular books. One book I'm reading right now already has used God's name in vain more than I like. But anyways, overall rating, I would give this a solid 3, probably 3.5. I will continue in the series. I got the next one, and it's Murder at the Bake Sale. So we'll see, and we'll continue to read the Maya and Sandra mystery series. So that is my review for today. What are you all reading? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you on Saturday.